So over the past several days or so, we've been seeing Bitcoin's price go up. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on that. So right now, I'm on the daily chart on Bitcoin, on BLX, on TradingView. So as we can see, pretty much Bitcoin's price has pumped up just over 30% since last month from here to over here. So it's about 32 or just over 30%. Now, although it's gone up a decent amount, I'm still not convinced that we're out of a bear market just yet. I could very well be wrong, so please don't take this video as financial advice. So the first reason is that I believe what we're seeing is actually a bear market rally. If you're not sure of what that is, it's basically when the price rebounds in a longer term bear market decline. This is also known as a dead cat bounce or a sucker rally. Now, if you didn't already know, bear market rallies are not uncommon. Now, if we go back in time and look at Bitcoin's price during their bear markets, we can actually see this all throughout. So if I go back all the way to 2012 over here, it's quite a bit. But if we go all the way over here to June of 2012 and we just kind of zoom in, right? So this is June of 2012 and you can see this massive decline over here. Now, over here, you can see from here to here, it's a 95% pump, but on a longer term downtrend. And over here, it goes up about 80%, but then it falls down to even lower lows. So this is an example of a bear market rally. And you can see this is not uncommon. Now, if we go over to 2014, over to this section here, from here to all the way over here, you can see there's another bear market rally, which it rips up about 100%. And from here to here, that's about 62%, so on and so forth, right? So this is not uncommon to see these bear market rallies. The second reason is that if you look at the macro environment, there's still a lot of real fear, uncertainty, and doubt. The main drivers being COVID, the war in Ukraine, and the last being inflation. StatsCan actually just released CPI or Consumer Price Index numbers, and they're 8.1%, which is the highest we've seen in just under 40 years. With inflation as high as it is, you can pretty much expect interest rate hikes. Now, if you're not sure about how they're correlated, my previous videos about that. With anticipated interest rate hikes to tame inflation, asset prices, in theory, should go down, and crypto's no different. So the inflation that we're experiencing here in Canada isn't just limited to us. This is a somewhat of a global issue. A lot of countries are experiencing higher than normal inflation. The third reason is with technical indicators. So if I go back all the way back to where we are right now, which is over here, and we look at the RSI on the daily time frame, we can see that the RSI is starting to hit levels of 60, and basically it's starting to make its way up into overbought territory. Now, if you think about it logically, if it's starting to get overbought in this sort of region, and if you look at the price of where it's at right now, there really isn't much room for the price to keep going without topping out. Now, I wouldn't use RSI alone to make any calls, but when an indicator is showing signs of divergence, I'd be cautious about entering the market. So if you look over here where you can see the price is at 31,400 and you see the RSIs over here, it's at a 50. Now, you have higher prices here than compared to here, but you had a lower RSI. So this is bearish divergence right over here. So you have incongruencies between the two. Now, even if the price does rip up, I suspect that we'll see a resistance over here at the 28.5K price range. Now, this shouldn't really be surprising because if you zoom out, you can see over here, this box over here should, in theory, be a level of resistance because at once it was support and now the price is under. So in theory, it should act as a resistance. So really from here to here, assuming that it does sort of top out, that's still only another sort of 20% gain, which isn't uncommon in bear market rallies. So let's just say it does go from here to here. Now, 60%, just as we've seen before, that's not uncommon. So that's kind of my personal opinion. I think that right now what we're seeing is a bear market rally, and you know what, I could be wrong, so don't take this as advice. This is just what I see in the charts and why I'm hesitant to enter the market now. Let me know in the comments what you think about this rally and what we're seeing right now.